You don't want to be here.
Hold on.
You on thin ice.
The pain you experienced, it was from the chip they implanted during processing, right?
Yeah, it kicked in if I even thought of using any of my augs.
So you were inside, stripped of your augs, no badge, no backup, and the clock was ticking on the terrorist threat? What did you do next?
I knew from the brief that Guerrero was in B block using the name Oscar Mejia. To get to him, I needed to keep a low profile, blend in, and follow prison protocols.
All right, Clanks. Level 3's rec time in the yard begins now. Play nice and steer clear of restricted areas.
I don't want to hear you.
Tampering with door panels, electrical switches, or air vents is considered an escape attempt and will result in severe penalties and a week in solitary confinement.
You got a problem?
The shower room is off limits until further notice.
Did you think you could trust this Dr. Flossie mentioned? Did you feel nervous or suspect something was wrong?
There was a chance he was walking me into something, yeah. And I didn't know how long it would take to find Guerrero. But losing the choke wasn't such a bad idea either. I had to think it through.
Reminder.
Water pressure still low, but the A-block shower room is now open.
We got a good thing here. Come.
Let me get this straight. You found a biocell in a stuffed toy, with Flossie's name on it? Were you tempted to use it yourself?
There was a good chance the biocell would have given me access to my augs, but it was clearly intended for Flossie. Not taking it to him could have jeopardized our relationship and the job.
No.
Did you use the keycard Flossie gave you? What if it set off the alarms?
The keycard was the only clear advantage I had to reach Agent Guerrero in Cell Block B. It was a risk worth considering.
The modified biocell you were carrying could have given you an advantage too. You still weren't prepared to use it?
Being able to use my augs would have helped a lot. But there was no telling what would happen if I didn't take the biocell to Red Shoes as Flossie wanted. I had a choice to make.
really think that new guy's a cop?
I know he is, you idiot. Just can't remember his fucking name.
Isn't it big?
No, stupid.
What is going on? Oh, right.
Of course. But I don't act like this outside before. Really? Yeah. No time to talk to that way. We all need to play different roles. Figure out who you are.
Your results show that your focus are effective.
Using a weapon against an inmate or correctional officer will result in an expedited death sentence.
Little red shoes, little red shoes.
So you made it into B block. I can't imagine you started knocking on cell doors asking for Oscar Mejia.
Not exactly, no. I knew I had to keep...
Oh! Been a while since I boot-fucked the door. Haven't lost my touch. Hello, boys. This a private part?
This has nothing to do with you, Stinger. You should know to mind your own business.
Oh, I am. I think our friend here will understand that.
Friend?
Oscar Mejia, I'm placing you under arrest for the murder of Ian Wilberg. Cook this beaner.
Man, whatever the hell! Back off!
Oaks! So help me God! What?
So you let Stinger believe that you were with Junkyard. Why not break cover, now that Guerrero's life is on the line?
Stinger was into something dirty. There was no telling what he would do to protect himself. It was better I stayed under and got into solitary on my own.
But you still had to make your way through a prison riot to do that.
Having full use of my AUGs could have made things easier. So I had to decide. Get to the infirmary and talk to the fixer, or do things the hard way.
Must surrender to the nearest correctional officer, or deadly force will be used.
Started handing out biocells. No shit. Red Shoes did it? No way he did it alone. I heard there was one inmate who helped him out. Who? I don't know. Whoever it was, they're a hero.
We're sitting ducks in here.
We've got this.
So So Agent Guerrero had asked for a schedule change to his work detail. Something about that struck you as odd?
Could have been for his investigation. Or if Stenger was to be believed, maybe it was to get close to Wilbur. Either way, I knew once I reached him I needed some answers.
Agent Guerrero had requested a schedule change that put him on the same work detail as Wilberg.
And now I'd found a log showing he had unauthorized access to automated security. Could have been nothing, but that's where...
Yeah.
And now I'd found a log showing he had unauthorized access to automated security. Could have been nothing. All right, Ted. And now I'd found a log showing... And he had unauthorized access to automated security. Could have been nothing, but that's where the robots were programmed with official protocols. It left me with some obvious questions.
Force protocols dictate that you should have called for an immediate extraction. Going against protocol could have jeopardized the mission.
If Agent Guerrero was right and our intel was wrong, then the mission had changed. Terror attack or not, Agent Guerrero wasn't going to be any help if he was dead.
You're saying Stenger had Worthmuller transferred from a mental care facility to the penthouse?
I'm not saying it, Doctor. It was right there in that email.
Why did you feel this was important at that moment? Guerrero had already told you Worthmuller was involved with Stenger in the harvesting operation.
I'm moving the pieces around the board as he needed. Maybe Guerrero had been right about Stenger trying to take over the show.
Factory. This isn't my first time around heavy equipment. Whoa, settle down.
Yeah, I'm here. What? Just talk to whoever you need to make it happen and call me back. I'm done with waiting.
These hog fuckos are tearing my prison apart. You think I got time for this?
Yes, but no. Mr. Mejia said that I should.
Mejia said? God damn it, Ward. I told you to stay out of the hole.
Yes, you did. It's Mr. Mejia. He...
What are you telling me? Mejia's here? Get in there. Go!
Gotta be here. This violence feels good.
So, when you saw Stenger and Worthmuller arguing on the security monitor, it sounded like Guerrero might be there. But didn't he say he was going to the tower to reroute the flight path? Why would he go to the infirmary?
I had the same question, Doctor. Guerrero was obviously hiding something, but I needed to take a trip to the infirmary if I wanted to know what it was.
Anything on your side? So now Stenger had been murdered. Did you think Guerrero was responsible?
When I saw Stenger arguing with Worthmuller on the security feed, he implied that Guerrero might have been there. If that was true, it meant either one of them could have done it. What was sure was that Guerrero had been lying to me. The orders I'd found on Stenger's body clearly showed he was pulling the strings for the harvesting operation all along.
Well, look who it is.
Agent Guerrero said that he'd killed Wilberg to protect his Interpol cover.
But the recording indicated that he did it to protect his standing with Junkyard. If that was true, he'd lied to me, again. Guerrero had some explaining to do. But if I didn't do what was needed to ensure the escape, neither of us were going to make it back to Interpol. It was time I got to the landing pad to clear the air once and for all.
What the? Come on.
cells immediately.
So, with both the tracking system and the turrets shut down, you just needed to get to the landing pad, is that right?
You've got the report right in front of you, Doctor. Why don't you tell me?
I'd rather hear it from you.
Sorry, Ward.
You don't call the shots anymore, Mejia. I got everything I need on you. The recording that proves why you really killed Wilberg, the orders you sent to Stenger, and I've seen all I need to know the Fixer's no criminal mastermind.
All this time. Guess I've been aiming at the wrong guy.
Killing me doesn't solve your problem. If I don't make it back, the information I have on you will. I guarantee it.
That's so. All right. Let's say I believe you. And let's say there are things I don't want other people to know. How do I keep you from making my life harder than it already is?
It's a long flight. Plenty of time for us to come to an agreement. But for now, you just need to put your tail between your legs and get on board like a good boy.
Wow. Look at you. Interpol's golden child. The fucking hero of TF-29. Fine, Walters. You win.
Nice weapon. Could you put it away?
What did you do? Adam?
Excuse me?
You were saying you found Agent Guerrero on the roof holding Worthmuller at gunpoint. What did you do?
I brought Agent Guerrero back with me.
What's wrong, Adam? Is there something else you want to say?
Yeah.